Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to replace your brake pads and brake discs. So first of all you have to jack up the car, remove the wheels, and then we can start replacing the brakes. To remove the caliper you have to remove this caliper bolt and this caliper bolt. To remove these caliper bolts you're gonna need a 14mm socket and a wrench. Once we remove the caliper bolts, we can remove the caliper. Alright, so once we remove the brake caliper, I put it here to hang so that it doesn't damage the brake line, and we can see the brake pads here. Now we can just slide out the old brake pads. After we remove the caliper and the brake pads, we have to remove the caliper bracket. We're gonna use a 17mm socket to remove this and this bolt, this and this. I'm also going to have to use the breaker bar because they are really tight. In this case, the brake disc isn't seized, so I can just wiggle it a bit and remove it. After we remove the brake disc, we have to clean the mounting surface with a metal brush like this to avoid vibrations and to ensure that it sits well. When you're cleaning the mounting surface, I would recommend you wear a mask and glasses just to be safe. Before putting on a new brake disc, I will put a thin layer of copper spray just to prevent it from seizing up, so that I can remove it easily next time I do my brakes. So this is a brand new disc, and before you put it on you have to clean it with brake cleaner, because in the factory they put some coating on it to protect it, so you have to remove that before putting it on. I put these two lug nuts here just for the time being, so that they hold the brake disc in place. I removed these metal brake pad sliders from the bracket, and I will put new ones in, and I have to clean the caliper bracket. Now we have to remove this and this. We have to clean it and lubricate it properly. You don't have to put too much lubrication, just a thin layer so that it's enough. Now you just have to clean the caliper bracket with a brush. And now you have to put these new metal parts back in the bracket. Now we have to put the caliper bracket back in its place. We're gonna use a torque wrench to tighten these two bolts, and we have to tighten it down to 89 Newton meters. We have our new brake pads here, and now we just have to slide them back in. This metal part has a function to scrape on the brake disc, so you know that the brake pads need to be changed. Now when we put the new brake pads in, we can now put the brake caliper back in its place. Before we put the brake caliper back, we're gonna have to push back the brake cylinder with a special tool. You can see that the brake cylinder is moving slowly inwards. Don't do it too fast. Also, you have to be careful that the brake fluid in the brake container doesn't overflow when you do this. And now we can put the brake caliper back in its place. We also need to tighten these caliper bolts with a torque wrench to 26 Newton meters. One important thing, before you start driving the car, remember to pump the brakes a few times so that the cylinder can come back in its place. Now once everything is back in its place, we just need to remove these lug nuts and put the wheel back in its place. Now we have to repeat the same steps on the other side, and that's it.